Well, you know, I was gonna do an analysis video on the exact same day that I did the React video. However, it took me a while to digest what was going on and stuff like that, so we're gonna do the analysis video today. I think you've already seen the date of this video on screen, so Lego. Okay, we'll go over to the transition. Whatever transition I make on my video editing software, do it. Yeah, I had to adjust my pillows. Yeah, I'm at my bed again because it's more comfortable here. Alright, we got Barnaby right here. So anywho, welcome to YouTube. Alright, so I have this on theater mode. Alright, so right off the bat, when you play this video, when the video starts, we're off to the races, obviously. Billy's got the overalls, which are cute. Definitely cute. And then we have the health bar, obviously. So you'll notice that Barnaby's expressions, like he has a lot more in this update than in the previous update. So yeah, so far so good. So definitely, yep. Okay, that part's pretty cool. Okay, so you notice this part is like you got Barnaby statues, and you'll see a lot more of these in this video right here, which, by the way, like I was saying in my Barty's World review, when you personalize the environments based on the character, you know, like with LarryBoy's Larry Cave and Larrymobile, it's made to look like him. So they're emphasizing it more with this update. And you know how in Barty's World, like when he takes the kids to his world, literally his world, is like a personification of him, like the color schemes, stuff like that. So they're emphasizing more of Barnaby's world here. Wait a second, is this like a door, like a dungeon, like that big old door that goes like this and then closes back up and and also we got some more Barnaboos. They're just chilling down the hallway. I don't think we had that in the previous one. Oh my god, there's just like fog. There's fog down there, and then you have Barnaby's expressions. Try to mock the player for even running away. It's like, trust me on this. It's like, don't worry, Junior. A little fib couldn't hurt anybody. Right?
Don't worry, Junior. A little fib couldn't hurt anybody. Right?
Okay, check this out. It's like the stained glass windows is a nice touch. I mean, I know that there was already stained glass windows, like especially when we go outside Barnaby's mansion, and they were just like basic colors or whatever. But these is like, we never seen these before. The stained glass windows where it's just Barnaby holding up a Barnaboo. I mean, I think that's what the orange things are, is like a Barnaboo. Okay, and the trees here, I think I showed a screenshot. Well, Billie Bust Up showed a screenshot of Billy standing right next to Barnaby, and they're in some kind of forest or whatever. I have a feeling that this is setting us up for like the big ol' chase scene where Barnaby just goes batshit insane and just like gets on all fours and tries going after Billy. It's like, well, I don't know if I'm physically, mentally ready for that, but my heart is ready. You know, in that part, he does the squint and then he lights up, brightens up. In the original, and I'm really glad that they put out a comparison video. Billie Bust Up put a comparison video comparing the two side by side. In the original version, he squints and then does that thurp thurp thurp. I can't replicate it. I mean, now it's like he doesn't really do that. I mean, he squints, but then it's like, okay. But I like here that he's just hamming it up. Yeah, the expressions on this. And again, we have the stained glass windows. I mean, this is good. I mean, I think they actually made this into their thumbnail. Yeah, kind of like this. I think I paused it at the right time. I don't know. Pretty close. Close enough. I don't know. But the stained glass windows, oh my god. Yeah, definitely. And then these are the animations, the supposed animations, like in theory. Now the animations for the Barnaboos is pretty good, but when we get towards the end, it's like it gets a little crowded. I think that's one of my biggest complaints. I mean, I understand like them trying to make this scene, make the chase towards the end like a lot more intense, trying to get the player to run and get out of dodge, but we don't want to crowd the screen, and you're going to see that when we go further into this. It's like more menacing when he hurls the knife at Billy. Yeah, he's getting ready to strike there. He didn't do that in the original. It's like, dang, here he's got more expressions, more facial expressions here, and we could thank the animators for doing that. It's like, oh my god, that's a good shot right there. That's a good facial expression. That is like thumbnail worthy. And that's pretty cool how the, whatever this was, the fog, it immediately turns into green acid. And then more stained glass windows. More expressions. Oh yeah, and there's even more statues, more Barnaby statues. It's like you're giving this place a lot more personality. It's Barnaby personified. So it's kind of like with LarryBoy's Larry Cave and the Larrymobile. You give that place and you give that vehicle personality. So that's what I like here with Barnaby's Mansion and how they updated the place. And that's pretty cool here. You also see the statues here. Definitely. And you also have the camera turn. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the camera turn. Like, maybe it'll screw up some players, but it's like the point of that is to show off like how Barnaby is twisted and he can bend reality in any way he sees fit. Oh my god, he's hamming it up right there. Oh yeah, and the portraits. The portraits, definitely. I think they shared, like, the portrait. It's the same portrait, but just, like, two different versions of it. I mean, he's wearing a dress, and he's sitting on some power lines. That didn't end well. I like that he tries to get closer to Billy, like, physically. It was like literally breathing down your freaking neck. Breathing down your neck. I think they made him a little more terrifying. Okay, now this part, the milk curtains especially. Oh yeah, there's this cow. Burn bacon. This milk curtain has been making the rounds. Now there's like, I've seen a few different versions of this milk curtain put out by Billie Bust Up. Like there's one with Barnaby as a detective, and then there's this grandma. But I like how the game devs are having us guess. They're saying, oh well, keep guessing, you won't know the truth until the game comes out. That's clever on their part, I'll give them that. This cow comes out. It's fake. The cow is like, it's fake. It's like you hurl a fake cow onto somebody. That expression is priceless. And then more Barnaboos. I feel like he was gonna try and shove Billy into the spikes. Like when we get to, how about impale upon a spike? Like right around here? No. I feel like he would have wanted to shove Billy into these spikes. I mean, that's how intense like this whole thing got. And the facial expressions do this part justice. They went all out with this. And you know, there's a little more movement in Barnaby swaying. I mean, in the original, it felt stiff, but now he's got some more movement. He doesn't feel restricted, you know what I'm saying? And that goes to show, like, they improved on the animation. And you know, it's been over a year since they put out the Barnaby cutscene chase sequence on their YouTube channel. Which, by the way, go check them out on their YouTube channel. They put out content on their social media. So whether you're subscribed to their Patreon or not, you're still getting progress, updates, and stuff like that. Oh my god, it gets better, you guys. Look at that. He's reaching for us. We fall down the grave thinking that we're safe from him for now, but check this out. He ain't done with us yet, bro. He ain't done with us yet, boys. I mean, there's not much change here. I mean, we got the alligators and we got the flames and we got the electricity. Just like the only major difference would be the Barnaboos. And I think people were asking about this part. Yeah, I immediately recognized that as Romeo and Juliet because they mentioned Shakespeare in the song. Death by Shakespeare. So this is definitely a Romeo and Juliet reference. I mean, I've read Shakespeare, so yeah, that's the English major in me. Oh god, oh god. This next part I did not expect. Barnaby wearing a chef's hat. My guy is wearing a chef's hat. I mean, I understand the Barnaby's wearing chef's hats, but I didn't think Barnaby would as well. And he's even stirring the pot. It's like, I had no idea. Frick. Oh yeah, his ear-like thingies, they get all bent like dragon horns. I was half expecting him to turn into a maleficent dragon type monster. Because one of the lyrics is, try to fight a dragon armed with nothing but a shoe. I was half expecting him to breathe fire while he said that line. But you know, it's whatevs. It's whatevs. And I just noticed they don't have Oscar. They don't have Billy's pet Oscar following our protagonist. So Billy is all alone here when they're trying to, you know, run away from Barnaby. So we gotta be careful, you guys. Yeah, I think Billy hit one of the electric bars. Electricity beams or whatever you call those. It was like, this place is dangerous. It was like Barnaby's Fun House of Horrors. It's like they really need to make this into a Halloween attraction. Oh yeah, and don't worry about this part. It's just like frames per second. This will probably won't be in the game, in the actual game. It's just like, okay, letting you know, hey, like this thing is running. Wait a minute, what does the cookbook say? I know it's the same thing, like the same visuals as last time, but I want to know if they made changes. I can't really see the wording unless you adjust the brightness. Okay, we got a sink. And we got a stove. And we got a cutting board. Okay, same fireplace and same couch or whatever you want to call it. You know what would have been funny? Is like we get the cutscene and they're interrupted by Barnaby chasing Billy. That'd be so awkward. It's like, with manners like that, I should just kick you right out. And then you hear Barnaby go by. It's like, Yeah, you could tell Barnaby's enjoying every moment of this. Yeah, this is where the problem starts. Oh, by the way, cute plushies! Yeah, this is where the problem starts with the Barnaboos. Yeah, and that's what I was saying in my reaction video, was I was getting a little crowded, and I think one of my friends told me this also. It's like, maybe if there were like less Barnaboos on the screen, like still have them around the screen, but just like take out like a few of them. Maybe not have too many on screen. It's kind of like a penalty in football where you have too many players on the field. What's that penalty called? Forgot what it's called. football penalty where there are too many players on the field. Okay, it says in football the penalty for having too many players on the field is called too many men or 12, 13 men on the field. The penalty is 5 yards in the NFL and 10 yards in the CFL. Too many men. Yeah, that's actually a penalty in football where you have too many people on the field. So same here, give this a 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down for Billy. Billy gets to go further ahead because there's too many Barnaboos on the field. Yeah, maybe have less Barnaboos on screen. I mean, I understand the intensity of this scenario where Billy is trying to escape Barnaby's mansion, but just like take out a few Barnaboos and just like not have too many on screen. I mean, I understand like them like pointing at Billy and trying to make them look bad, trying to get Billy to give up, but you could do that with like maybe like 5 or 6 Barnaboos. Maybe have like 2 here and 2 here and 2 over here. I would do 5 or 6. They don't crowd up the screen. And if you want them to scatter, then that's fine. Because all the player's doing right here is just going forward. It used to be that the player goes forward and jumps into a hole or whatever. But here the player, all they have to do is go straight. Big camera, camera. They turn the camera. Oh, and here's the fun part, you guys. Look at that. Hang on, I'll play it without pausing. Screw this! Yep. Because in the original, he didn't go out the window. But this time around, they managed to animate this. Oh my god, I paused it at a good spot. Just like getting out the window was like, yeah. So yeah, obviously Billy now has a reason to be really afraid. Because last time Billy was just looking at an open window. Anywho, my analysis is that they did a really good job, and it's like a year-long difference. A difference from last year. Because like I was saying, last Halloween 2023, they premiered the cutscene and chase sequence. This year, they updated the chase sequence, and oh my gosh, the amount of work that they put into this. One of many examples of why this game is gonna be freaking phenomenal. And keep in mind, this is from an indie studio. This ain't like from EA or Bethesda or Ubisoft. This is from an independent game studio that have worked their ass off, poured their heart and soul into this. They poured blood, sweat, and tears into this, and it's showing. This is one example, one of many examples of that. So yeah, we're not sure when this game is going to come out, but it's going to come out eventually. Making games takes time, unless you're that AAA gaming studio that wants to push stuff out the door and then hear about people's complaints after the fact. Billie Bust Up is not like that. And it shows. Their hard work and dedication shows. Definitely shows. So I'm still hyped for the game, and it's gonna come out eventually. It's gonna come out when it's ready. Am I right, Barnaby? Yeah, I know. I love to cuddle with you. It's so amazing. Alright, cool stuff. The Barnaby Chase Sequence, as well as the orchestra. The orchestra made the music a lot better. Can't wait to see what comes next for this game.